Hello, welcome to our presentation for the Solar District Cup. I want to thank NREL and the Department of Energy for this opportunity to showcase our abilities. Uh, for this project, our team was tasked with designing an efficient and feasible and financially feasible solar energy system for the University of Texas at Dallas that has been committed to making their campus as sustainable as possible and reaching zero emissions. Our team was constructed of 5 members and 1 project advisor. Our project advisor was Professor Peter Cluin. Uh, for this project, Darth was responsible for the system design, Ben for the financial analysis, Matt for the distribution impact, Darren for the development plan, and myself for the project proposal. As you can see from the photos, our plan leverages existing buildings with recently updated roofs and avoids areas slated for future construction. The optimized placement ensures minimal disruption to future campus development. All photovoltaic systems will be seamlessly connected to the central hub at the facilities management complex, streamlining energy distribution across campus. While photovoltaics was initially considered, which is just combining solar panels with the agriculture, focusing on the microfarm was deemed to be a more feasible option as opposed to photovoltaics at the Southwest Detention Pond. The microfarm offers an opportunity to create a dual hub for both solar energy production and agricultural activities. Fresh produce will also be grown there and delivered directly to the campus, strengthening UT Dallas's commitment to environmental and community sustainability in a powerful way. And this slide is a Gantt chart representing a potential project timeline for the development of our photovoltaic system. There will be at least 8 major tasks to be completed for the system to be implemented and functional. From site surveying to interconnection, the project is expected to take almost a year, so around over at least 9 months without any, and this is without any unforeseen circumstances, but obviously realistically it would take longer. And it's hard to make a precise project timeline because of unpredictable circumstances like the permitting and procuring of materials. But the system is not only like financially feasible, but well designed and thoughtful to avoid things that will make the construction more difficult and take longer.
In our district, we've set ambitious goals for our project, including UT Dallas's commitment to achieving a non-zero status, and also reducing their carbon footprint and integrating EV charging stations. We're also focused on building a really efficient PV system that not only meets our sustainability objectives, but also leads when it comes to cost savings. However, we've encountered constraints that kind of limited our design, such as limited space, permitting requirements, grid interconnection challenges, and budgetary limitations, which we're actively addressing as we work towards our goals. Here you can see our targeted buildings, which we carefully chose on the factors such as impending demolition and also the feasibility of their locations. And as you can see in the table, here are the different system sizes that we propose and also their cost per watt. And here's some of our equipment that we selected. Our equipment includes the QPeak 415 watt monofacial panels, and as well as the QPeak 490 and 585 watt bifacial panels, which we've integrated in our design. And additionally, we've also integrated the SolarEdge S1200, which is a 2-to-1 ratio power optimizer.
Darsh, if you looks like you're trying to talk, you're on mute.
My apologies. So the inverters we selected are spanning from the 50K US to the 100K US SolarEdge models, along with the Power Electronics 3350K inverters, and they're poised to effectively manage the university's proposed 9,740.39 kilowatt hours. And these inverters with their varying capacities ensures flexibility and site-specific conservations. The SolarEdge inverters are meant for rooftop and carports, while the Power Electronic Central String inverter is meant for the larger Northeast ground mount array. Next slide. So down below, you could see the Ford Charge Station Pro, which has the ability to bidirectionally charge and can provide unused electricity back to the system, ensuring the key university operations continue smoothly. We will be stationing these at the facilities management complex, allowing these trucks to send unused power back to the university's main battery storage. Next slide. So starting with our building, we recommended the administrative building to have a 495.93 kilowatt hour system, which effectively utilizes the building peak capacity of 209 kilowatts, while the Calia Addition Center is anticipated to accommodate 191.88 kilowatt hour system. Next slide. The Davidson Gundy Alumni Center on this slide is slated to have 191.73 kilowatt hour system, far exceeding the building's peak capacity of 72.6, while Cecil H. Greenhall down below is expected to host a 540.7 kilowatt hour system, which is very close to its peak of 572.6 kilowatt hours. So looking at the science building and the science learning center south below, the science learning center is recommended to receive a 344.7 kilowatt hour system, a significant boost from the building's peak capacity of 46. And the science learning center is proposed at 139.4 kilowatt, which helps further contribute to the campus's energy goals. So the student services building and the addition shown on this slide, the student services building will have 145.25 kilowatt hour system, while the addition on the west wing of it will have a 267.26 kilowatt hour system. So looking at the parking structures 3 and this and the whole of parking lot A and B, we chose to go with the smaller parking lots due to the price constraints on putting up carports. So our vision for parking structures 3 includes a 355.74 kilowatt hour system that strategically uses the carports in a 5-degree tilt, as well as a small lot having 1,046 kilowatt hour array. And they will be used for vehicular shelter, charging, and solar energy production, demonstrating a multifunctional approach to space utilization at UT Dallas. So the Northeast Field is a substantial 5,899.6 kilowatt hour ground mount installation with a tilt of 10 degrees facing an azimuth of 180 degrees with 12,040 panels. It's marked as one of the key energy generating areas to help fulfill most of UT Dallas's energy needs. And looking at the Eco Hub, it is poised to incorporate 126.4 kilowatt hour system, merging renewable energy for the future intermodal transit hub while practicing the sustainable farming for the UT Dallas campus pantry.
For the distribution system impact, because our systems will produce more than 2 megawatts at peak, Encore will charge an $8,000 connection fee, so they can verify system viability and that the UT Dallas system will not negatively affect the local grid. Also, Encore requires for each system a visible lockable labeled disconnect so they can isolate a system in the event of an emergency or maintenance. The inverters we have chosen have breakers and surge protectors designed to protect against internal faults and lightning strikes should they occur. To ensure minimal effect to the existing grid, we simulated the local distribution system in OpenDSSG. We were provided with an existing model that included loads and transformers. An additional line must be run to the PV system at lot A and B. And our proposed solar and battery systems are also shown, as well as the Encore interconnect. looking at the bus voltages under normal operations shows them all within spec. This is with either the solar system running or the batteries discharging, but not both. When both the battery system is discharging and the solar systems are running at the same time, we see overvoltages at the buses adjacent to the battery system and the northeast field. The battery controller must be programmed to avoid this from happening. We recommend a communications link be run to the inverters at the northeast field from the battery controller so that the battery controller can monitor live solar output and properly decide when to discharge to the local system. We also did an analysis of the lines and components for their thermal limits, and under all scenarios considered and all test cases run, the lines were never a problem. They always remained within the thermal limits.
So our team recommends lithium ion manganese batteries. These cells have high energy density, longer cycling life, and lower levelized cost of service, all while providing the same efficiency as existing batteries. We recommend the 540 kilowatt hour AC battery due to their low cost. With 6 of them, UT Dallas will be able to accommodate half of their F-150 fleet. These estimations were based on a cost per kilowatt hour of $139. With an estimated $1.7 million for the battery system, UT Dallas has the possibility of acquiring 23 units of batteries with a total capacity of 12,230 kilowatt hours. The campus has a minimum monthly consumption of 667 kilowatts on average, which is about 18% of the average consumed load of the analyzed buildings. This provides a range of cycling options for the university to consider in a case of outages and emergencies. We recommend the batteries to be cycled for longer rather than shorter because of battery health. Depending on the settings, the university could be provided with standby power between 30 minutes and 3 hours. Due to the high energy production, the team used the production tax credit to model project finances and incorporated project debt and construction loans. With looking at the PV system only, the project breaks even after year 10 with a PPA price of 6 cents per kilowatt hour and an MPV of $4,218 and an IRR of 7.5%. With the battery, the project breaks even after year 12 with a PPA of 7 cents per kilowatt hour and an MPV of $4,485 with an IRR of 7.5%. We understand that UT Dallas has a flat electricity rate of 2 cents per kilowatt hour, which is very attractive until the peak demand rate of 75 cents per kilowatt. Our proposed PPA rate provides more than just a constant electricity rate. It provides the university a chance to improve their energy sustainability metrics. Across the lifetime of the PV system, UT Dallas will experience about $16 million in avoided electricity costs. Our goal was to showcase how UT Dallas could utilize their space and geographical advantage to help them in their journey to become the nation's most sustainable university. This, of course, comes at a capital cost for them, while they benefit from the high visibility and aesthetics of a solar and battery storage system on their campus. Our unique design of the micro farm and the scale of the Northeast field are a few examples of the features our system offers the university to be able to market to and attract prospective students as a climate-friendly and sustainable engineering institution. Thank you, and we will welcome questions at any time.